You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
And good morning, 8 o'clock on this Saturday. Kind of a dreary, damp start to the day. We'll talk about your forecast coming up here in just a moment. But today's Wake Up with Witcher is sponsored by Volunteer Home Mortgage. Volunteer Home Mortgage is a locally owned and operated mortgage broker company serving all of East Tennessee. But they don't stop there, actually. If you're looking for a house in Georgia or Florida, they serve those communities as well. As a mortgage broker, they offer a variety of mortgage programs to visit your unique and personal mortgage needs. Conventional, FHA, VA, new construction. They offer free consultations and their loan officers are available 7 days a week. Give Jerry and her team a call today at 865-238-7500. That's 865-238-7500. Or visit them online at volunteerhomemortgage.com. All right, let's talk about the forecast here as we get the morning started. It's now 8:01. Good morning. We do have a little bit of fog showing up in near the Tri-Cities area anyways. That's where the fog is the thickest here this morning. But other than that, we just have kind of that gray, dreary, damp start to the day. And that's really going to be the story once again with more rounds of rain, by the way, and some thunderstorms are on the way. No severe weather threat, but definitely looking at some locally heavy rainfall. All right, when you look at your rainfall forecast or rainfall accumulations, I should say, over the last 24 hours, you can see right along Interstate 40 and north is where we saw some of the heaviest rain with those thunderstorms moving through. A little bit less rain across parts of the Southern Valley, but we still have some scattered showers out there, and we'll talk about that here in a moment. Showers and storms will increase, not increase. Spelling. Increase this afternoon. Locally heavy rainfall is expected later on this evening and overnight tonight. It's going to be a soggy start to our Sunday, and then we'll see the rain kind of taper off throughout most of the day on Sunday before another round moves in Sunday night into Monday morning. Out there this morning, we do have a couple of scattered showers still hanging out with us, but that kind of overcast and gray, damp start to the day is really what we're going to be dealing with here this morning. We do have those wet roads, not everywhere, but some wet roads thanks to the rain that we saw yesterday during the overnight hours. Now, the Weather Prediction Center has a level 1 and level 2 risk for some elevated flood concerns, and I think this goes over the next 24 hours, so I think that would really be with us tonight during the overnight hours. So Sunday morning, we could wake up with some rising water and maybe some isolated flooding concerns, something to kind of keep in mind. So here's your future cast. We pick up our timeline here this morning, running through the day today. We're going to continue to see those rounds of rain across the Northern Valley. Places that have already seen quite a bit of rain do anticipate quite a bit more rain throughout the day today. And then eventually it will fill in for the rest of East Tennessee as we get into the evening and overnight hours. By 3 o'clock today, just some scattered showers. So, again, I know Felicia's usually on here this morning. Yeah, there she is. She's joining us this morning. Will we still get rain in Knoxville all day? It's not going to be an all-day rain event. I know you have your event this morning. Remind us what that is here, Felicia. But, again, rain was going to be off and on throughout the day today, and then will increase in coverage and intensity with a few thunderstorms later on this evening. Rainfall amounts through the day today, basically a third to upwards of an inch of rainfall possible. And that's just by the end of the day today. Let's go and take you outside. A live look there in Hardin Valley this morning. Current temperature is now 49. Very similar to what we experienced yesterday with the kind of overcast, gray, damp, dreary, drizzly, misty, and stormy day yesterday. We'll show you what it looks like also into the downtown Gatlinburg area. Not nearly as kind of fogged in as other locations around town, but not too bad. You can see those clouds zipping right along, and that's due to the fact that we have quite a bit of upper-level wind that's going to be moving its way through. Now, we're not talking necessarily a windy day per se, but the jet stream is going to be moving its way on in, and that's what's going to help to provide a little extra lift in the atmosphere, leading to some thunderstorms later on this evening. Overcast, gray, and socked in there in Sevierville. That's looking towards the Smoky Mountains, but you can't even see Pigeon Forge or the mountains here this morning. So we're socked in, banked up against the Smokies from Wallen to Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, and anywhere in between there. That's where we do have temperatures a little bit cooler. We're not right now in the 40s from Morristown to Dandridge, Pigeon Forge to Newport. Other than that, pockets of 50s across the Central and Southern Valley, with Chattanooga coming in at 57 this morning. So getting us out the door here, if you happen to have any sort of travel plans this morning, maybe running some errands, trying to get some shopping done this morning, maybe a good idea. Tomorrow morning is going to be a lot soggier, that's for sure. So we start off with 40s. We should climb into the 50s and maybe even low 60s. Now, yesterday we didn't quite get there, and that may be the trend again here today. So just anticipate temperatures to basically stay in the 50s. If we get in the 60s, it sure would feel nice, although, again, kind of like yesterday, it's just going to have that cooler feel to the air. Either way, you look at it. Getting into the evening hours, do you have dinner plans here tonight? I think I told you yesterday we were heading off to, we went to that new French restaurant last night, and it was pretty good. Pretty good, right there on Gay Street. All right, this evening, if you have dinner plans, we're going to be in the mid to upper 50s from 6 o'clock basically through about 10 o'clock tonight. But remember, the rain's going to settle on in, and we're talking about another round of some heavier rainfall and some thunderstorms overnight tonight. Frontal boundary swings through, area of low pressure tracking its way on in, and that's what's going to provide us the showers and thunderstorms. So that's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a soggy and slow-going Sunday morning, maybe a good lazy Sunday morning, unless you're heading off to church, and then just grab the umbrellas. You'll need those. Forecast low temperatures tonight drop down into the 40s and 50s. So staying mild because we have a lot more moisture in the atmosphere. And so remember, the temperature can never fall below the dew point. So dew points are up. We've got a surge of moisture swinging its way on through, and that's what's going to provide us the locally heavy rainfall. So we'll be in the mid-50s by noon on Sunday. We will not have an all-day washout on Sunday. So I think after about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning Sunday, we'll start to see the rain showers move on out. And you can see our futurecast model picking up on those rain showers Sunday morning. But as we get into the lunch hour, most of the rain should be on out of here. Still kind of a gray, dreary, damp day. And then another round of rain heads our way. So the rain train is with us, my friends. Several rounds of rain are still to be still yet to come. So here's Sunday night at 7 o'clock. You can see how the rain's going to set up shop. And that's going to roll in Sunday night into Monday morning. And that's going to make for a rather soggy start to our Monday morning. But then it moves its way on out. And so when you add up today, tomorrow, and Monday's rainfall forecast, we're talking about an additional 1 to 2 across the Northern Valley, maybe pockets of 2 to 3 plus across the Southern Valley, where we do have a better chance of seeing those thunderstorms. As I mentioned, your 3-day forecast, we'll see those temperatures stay right there in the 50s and 60s all the way through Monday. And then on Tuesday, we'll get that wraparound cooler air. And so we're talking more seasonable temps for our Tuesday, Wednesday. Not to mention, throughout the day on Tuesday, we'll likely see some snow showers developing across the area. I think probably starting early Tuesday morning, maybe by sunrise. Snow showers across the mountains. Let me just say that. We're not looking at any snow showers here in the valley locations. All right, if anybody has any travel plans, let's take a look at the big picture here this morning. Then we'll head over to the chat. We'll take you to those TDOT cameras, checking on the roadways this morning. Obviously, no major morning commute issues, it being Saturday morning. Elevated rain chances. Remember, I tell you that this is never tells you the whole story. It doesn't tell you intensity, duration, and or timing. It just lets us know if we have a good shot of rain that day. And it holds true because basically it's a 100% chance of rain because by the time we get to midnight tonight, we'll have some decent rain around the area because that rain's going to increase this evening. And then Sunday, because we're going to have heavy rain during the overnight hours, it's still Sunday. Now, that's why you just can't say, 80-90% chance of rain, it's going to ruin my day. Not always the case because remember, Sunday, the rain's going to exit by around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And so we won't have that 80-90% chance of rain throughout most of the day on Sunday. That just tells you the whole day, generally speaking. What this shows you is a moisture surging out ahead of a frontal boundary. So we've got a lot of surge of moisture, and so that's what's going to lead us to the locally heavy rainfall. This is called precipitate water. Basically, how much of the atmosphere is holding water, how much water is in the atmosphere, and if we were to actually precipitate it all out, it leads to a lot of rain. And so we look at that number to see what kind of rainfall will we have. Will it be intense, heavy downpours? Yeah, it is because we do have some surge of some elevated moisture moving on in. We also have that elevated flood risk and concerns over the next couple of days. And so here's what it looks like in the big picture. Frontal boundary moving through, surge of moisture comes through later on this evening, and the low pressure system tracks in early Sunday morning. That moves its way out to the northeast, but here comes another one as we head into Sunday night and Monday morning. And then through the day on Monday, that exits, and that's when we'll start to see improving weather conditions with that wraparound cooler moisture, cooler air, I should say, as we get into our Tuesday time frame. So something we're going to keep an eye on, but again, traveling over the weekend around much of the region is definitely going to be a slow going for sure due to all the rain. So you'll need the umbrellas, you'll need the rain jackets, and you'll have to pack those patience. Temperature-wise, we stay above average over the next couple of days. But then those more seasonable temperatures return Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, not necessarily Thursday. We're still going to be in the upper 50s. Average highs are in the low 50s. Overnight lows. Okay, there we go. Now it's going to start to get a little bit colder and feel more like the season. Our average low temperature is right there at the freezing mark at 32 degrees. We'll be down to there on Wednesday, and then we'll climb back into the upper 40s as we get into next Saturday time frame. So kind of off and on, kind of a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but really, excuse me, the big story of the day and of the weekend is going to be the soggy and slow-going conditions. So make sure, if you don't have it, to check in on the latest interactive radar from time to time. If you're going to be out doing some shopping today, it's a great tool because you can just check it out. If it's raining, right when you're getting ready to come out of the grocery store or the shopping centers, just click on the interactive radar and then push play, and it goes back 2 hours. It pauses at the current hour, and then it will give us a forecast of 2 hours. And so that will kind of help you plan as you're coming in and out of buildings here today. Let's take you outside and show you what it looks like on the roadways here. Again, no traffic out there. Actually, the roads aren't too terribly wet right there at Interstate 40 and Pellissippi Parkway, so that's good. Even though we had the rain, we have wetter roads along and north of Interstate 40. South of Interstate 40, drier road conditions if you have any sort of travel plans here this morning. All right, let's go and say good morning to everyone. See how everyone is doing on this good old Saturday morning. It is now 10 minutes after 8. And let's see what you're up to here today. Did you enjoy the sound of thunderstorms yesterday? Kind of took me, I knew we had a chance for a couple of isolated storms, but when you see the flash of lightning and you hear the rumbles of thunder, you're like, oh, hey, there it is. And then you look outside and it's just like pouring down rain. It's kind of what we dealt with yesterday. Good morning, Jeremy. Got Cosby, Tennessee on here this morning, along with Granger County with Katrina and Felicia. Hopefully I answered your question, Felicia. It's not going to be an all-day washout, off and on showers. So hopefully your event goes off without any major issues because I just don't think we're going to see a ton of rain this morning. And remind us what time your event is and where it is so we can pass that along if folks are looking for something to do today. I've got Janet on here. Kimberly says, I'm using my umbrella today. Yeah, you'll need it. So, or maybe more so tomorrow morning if you have any travel plans, Kimberly, tomorrow morning if you're heading off to church or anything. All right, so Felicia says, Tea and Treasures Valentine's Day pop-up in South Knoxville. So it's from 11 to 4. So 11 o'clock, so 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine, Felicia. It is kind of a dreary and gray, damp start to the day, but I don't think we're going to have any majorly heavy rain per se for the event. As we get closer to 4 o'clock, though, that could be a different story. And so something to kind of keep in mind. So, Felicia, open the app every once in a while you're out at your event and check in on the rain so you can kind of protect your goods. You don't want those possums to get wet now, do you? Kimberly's going to bring some people to for the meet and greet. Nice. Who are you bringing? Who are we bringing? Come join us. Remember, a meet and greet at Orange Hat Brewery, March 8th. So we're about a month away. And it's from 6 to 8 o'clock at night. So come hang out, say hi, stop in if you want to. Come give me a high five. Let's take a picture, and you can move about your night. But remember, March 8th, we're going to have that meet and greet at Orange Hat Brewery. So I'll be posting that on social media. We're still a month away. Layla says, good morning. I'm disappointed tomorrow is going to be kind of yucky. Well, not all day, Layla. Just in the morning, probably through about 10 o'clock in the morning. And then it's, maybe still not the best of days. Let's see. We're having a note burning for our church. What is that? What's a note burning? Never heard of that, Layla. Obviously, it's going to be inside. Well, that's good. Well, we're burning things inside now, Layla? Layla. Julia says it's like pea soup fog out there in Hamlin County. Yeah. And I think that's pretty much going to be the trend today. So do we actually hit the 60s today? TBD. Probably not quite the low 60s. We'll see, though, because we have a nice little surge of a little bit warmer air out ahead of the cold front. So that might help to boost our temperatures as the cold front moves its way on in. Donna's going to be working a little bit this morning and then grocery shopping later on this afternoon, right around noon. And we got to do some grocery shopping as well. We don't really have any food in the house. All right, so Kimberly says the same thing, Layla. Let us know what note burning is. Good morning, Betty's on here. The son of a good friend. Oh, nice. So Layla says the son of a good friend is the sous chef at that new restaurant. It was good. It was good. It's French food. My wife, lived in France for about 4 years. And she's like, we were talking even at the end of dinner. We're like, well, that was pretty good. My wife's like, well, yeah, but I've never really liked French food. She's like, it's a bunch of boiled stuff plopped on a plate. I don't know. That's the first time I've really had French food. So, Janet's loving her new East Tennessee weather umbrella. Nice, Janet. Come in handy, right? It's a big one. And I've been responding to all of you, so don't worry. I'll get to your emails. If you want an East Tennessee weather umbrella, just message me, Mike at eastTNweather.com. If you're joining on Roku or Amazon Fire this morning, YouTube, good morning. On all the OTT platforms from the website to the app, if you're joining us on the app this morning. Of course, open social media, and you can come join us on the conversation. Layla says, yep, no mortgage. We're debt free. Layla, that is so nice. So nice. But we should be, right? That's the goal as we get older, not to have any mortgages or debt on our hands. And now you got this awesome asset that you're living in. That's pretty awesome. Kimberly says, why don't you order some rain jackets as well? I do have some rain jackets coming when my merch shop comes in. So I'm trying to build that. I was working on it yesterday, but I have to take photographs and I have to get all these images and I have to load them onto the merch site. Then that merch site will be attached to my new website. So it's coming. We'll have some rain jackets and hoodies and sweatshirts and let's see, hats and mugs. You know, the funny thing is you'll have to still order umbrellas through me because I don't have the dropship company I'm using does not have any umbrellas, which I feel like I need to email them and be like, hey, can we get some umbrellas on your site so we can sell those? That'd be kind of nice. Linda's joining us from Loyal, Kentucky. Said thunder, lightning, and hard rain at 4:30 this morning. It woke her up. Boo. Boo, you're supposed to sleep in on Sundays, at least for a little bit, right? That's the goal, not me. Jerry's not doing much today. Lisa didn't hear the storms. Good morning from Oak Ridge. So we've got Oak Ridge joining us this morning. Good morning, Melissa and Serena. We have Oneida, which is in Scott County. Just got a message from the Oneida Elementary School up there. And they want me to come out and speak, I think, to the first graders. So we'll see. I'll be heading back up to Scott County probably soon. So Tina's going to go see Felicia. Nice. Are you guys friends, Tina? Tina and Felicia, are you friends? Or are you just friends through this platform? But Tina says she's going to go drop by Felicia's booth at this morning in South Knoxville. Got Jefferson City and Tazewell. Hey, Tazewell, Vicky, an East Tennessee weather camera is going to be coming to Tazewell. I have been reached out to by some folks in Tazewell at the, I think it's the mechanic shop right there. So hopefully we'll get a camera up in Tazewell soon. That'll be nice so you can see what it looks like. So Pam says, hey, okay, Mike, what about next week? Snow, no snow, how cold? Yep, doesn't look like it's, I mean, listen, I looked at the models this morning. Doesn't look like we're going to see much in the form of snow. Maybe higher terrain snow across the plateau, classic horseshoe. But as it stands right now, and I've been watching this over the last couple of days, I mean, I'll continue as we get closer. At no major signals that says that we're going to see a lot of snow. Now, remember, we're going to flip the pattern, and we're going to be trending a little bit cooler than average as we get into the middle part of the month. But we're also going to be trending a little bit drier. If we had wetter conditions and colder temperatures, maybe that threat for snow would be increasing. But as it stands right now, it doesn't look like any major snow in the near future. 10 days out, so. Above and beyond that, only time will tell. But I do think that we are going to get a pattern change. And so while this warm weather has been with us, I do think that we'll start to see more seasonable, if not slightly colder than average weather. It doesn't mean 30s. This means colder than the 50s is all that means. Got Becky Ball from Cedar Bluff. Hey, West Knoxville girl right there. Thanks for joining us this morning, Becky. Tell your family I said hi. Got David on here. Edwin. Oh, nice. All right, that's a question. Anybody got a dog in the fight for the Super Bowl? Anybody going to watch the Super Bowl? Are we doing Super Bowl parties? Are you going somewhere? I have a friend coming in from Nashville, and so I'm going to hope to try to meet up with him for a little bit anyways. I don't have any dog in the fight for the Super Bowl. I'm just like it for the party, but I haven't really had a chance to really plan much, so I don't really know what we're going to be doing for the Super Bowl. But hopefully, thank you, Kimberly. She says your hair looks good. Got a fresh fade yesterday. Good old Heather. But anyways, Edwin's going to be heading to Deer Run, one of my favorite campsites. I love Deer Run. It is such a great place, especially in the summertime. We hang out at the lake, on the sand, at the beach, and just hang out all day long. Rent go-karts, not go-karts, golf carts. Rent the golf carts up there. So that is always a lot of fun. Kimberly says, Mike, when you go out, do people actually stop you? Yeah, that's okay, though. Hopefully they do. I like when people stop and say hi. It's okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. What do we got going on? That's awesome, Layla. That is fantastic. All right, so Lisa's got to bathe the dog. I suppose we probably should bathe both of our dogs today, too. Remember, we have 2 dogs now. Vicky says, great to have a camera coming our way. Yeah, I got a lot more cameras coming our way. So I'm getting a new one. It just came in yesterday. I'm going to give it a test. So I'm going to get my brother-in-law, and we're going to do a little test. The reason I'm getting a different camera than what I have in some locations, because this one's going to have a little bit more of a wide-angle lens. Not too terribly wide, not like the Orange Hat one, which is a 180. But this one's a little bit wider, and so hopefully it gives us better views. And if it works well with what we're trying to do, then those are the cameras I'm going to be ordering. So we'll get those up going soon. Katrina says, when are you going to go to Clinch Mountain Restaurant? Might be able to meet up with you there. I'll let you know, Katrina, when I go up there. I'm going to test this camera first because that view up there at Clinch Mountain Restaurant is amazing. And so if this wide-angle camera lens works, it's going in next. And then I'll order a bunch more. So that should be soon. So I'll reach out to you and let you know. Or I'll just announce it here, and then I'll let you know when I'm going up. Got Rutledge on here. Kimberly says, do you not think I'd notice your haircut? I don't know. Does it look good? A little short? Got to keep it clean, right? I always wanted to grow my hair out. My son's growing his hair out. You know, he's at the shaggy point, but that is it. Pauline says, good morning, Mike. No more snow. Yeah. But the winter's not over yet, right? All right, let's go ahead and bring it back and recap everything. For some, I see folks have just joined in, so let's go back to the weather maps. And Lee, I just got your email. I don't know if that Lee was on here, but I just got your email. So I will respond to you here in just a short while. All right, here we go. Here's your Futurecast model, picking up our timeline this morning. And again, today's not going to be a total washout, but dreary and damp day. Better chance for rain across the northern plateau, places where we already saw quite a bit of rainfall here over the last 24 hours, up to an inch in some locations. And so that's going to pile up the water here throughout the day today. But then the rest of East Tennessee starts to fill in as we get into the evening hours. Oh, Lee is on here. So, yeah, Lee, I just got your message. All right, so by 7 o'clock tonight, the rain is going to start to fill on in. Again, I don't think it's going to be an all-day washout, but kind of a dreary, damp, drizzly, kind of a misty day if you're not seeing the rain. And then the rain's going to come in, and we're going to see the rain pile up in some locations. So could see an additional inch of rain across parts of the Northern Valley. And if that were to take place, now you're looking at 2 inches over the last 48 hours anyways. And so that's what's going to lead to the potential for some localized flooding concerns. And so we need to watch out for that. And then the rain's going to continue to fill in overnight tonight and through the day, through the first part of our Sunday. So here we go. While we're sleeping, showers, thunderstorms will roll on through. It's going to make for a rather soggy and slow-going start to our Sunday morning. And we do have that flood risk again tomorrow. So today and tomorrow, mainly across the mountain counties. Now, this storm's going to exit as we head through the late morning on Sunday. So Sunday's not going to be an all-day washout. We'll just say afternoon on Sunday. Should be on the drier side, at least not the steadier rain. But it's short-lived because here comes another round of rain Sunday night into our Monday morning. That rain will continue to swing into the area for the start of the work week, making for a rather soggy Monday morning. But then remember, we're going to start to see improving conditions throughout the day on Monday, and chillier air starts to settle on in. Rainfall totals from now through Monday, probably going to be 1 to 2, pockets of 3 inches in some locations. But then more seasonable temperatures return on Tuesday. We'll see more sunshine returning next week and temperatures back in the mid to upper 50s, so slightly above average as we get into the middle and latter part of next week. That's Knoxville's 7-day forecast. Here's Chattanooga's 7-day forecast. Average high is 54. We're going to trend about 10 degrees above average all the way through Monday. More seasonable temperatures Tuesday, and then slightly above average by about 5 degrees or so Wednesday, Thursday. But at least we'll have some sunshine, and we'll start to dry things out once again. Same goes for Crossville. We're going to see quite a bit of rain, so an additional 1 to 2 possible before this event is over. And then sunshine, more seasonable temperatures. Average high is 47. We'll be in the upper 40s on Tuesday, and then mid to upper 50s as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday time frame. And into the Tri-Cities we go. We'll see those temperatures stay above average all the way through Monday. Seasonable temperatures Tuesday, and then slightly above average, but more sunshine also in the Tri-Cities as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday time frame. So some decent weather is on the way once we get through all this rain. Got to get through the rain first. All right, when you look at your 24-hour Futurecast, make sure to check in on the latest interactive radar. throughout the day today as we'll continue to highlight the rain. You'll be able to come in and check it out. Just push play, and that goes from past 2 hours to a current, and then eventually into a future cast of 2 hours. So that's something that it's going to be a great tool as you travel out and about throughout the day today. We'll take it back outside and show you what it looks like on 40 and Level Road. Dry conditions, no travel troubles to get the morning started. Don't forget, this morning's live broadcast was sponsored by Volunteer Home Mortgage. Visit them at volunteerhomemortgage.com or call them at 865-238-7500. And they cover all of East Tennessee, Georgia, and also Florida. So give my friend Jerry and her team a call today at 865-238-7500 or visit them online at volunteerhomemortgage.com. We're going to wrap things up here this morning. We sure hope you have a great Saturday. Try to stay as dry as you can. Just remember that we'll be back with Wake Up with Witcher early tomorrow morning. Check in on the app. I'll give updates through social media, so share it if you don't mind. Remember, you only see about 10% of what I post on social media. We sure hope you have a great day, everybody. Be safe, be kind to each other. This is the Mike Stevens Home Studio. Thanks to Rusty Wallace and all of my advertisers. Got more coming to the market, so stay tuned for that. And support the local businesses that are supporting another local business. Happy Saturday, my friends. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Hey friends, it's Cougar from Rusty Wallace Nissan on Clinton Highway. It's 2024 and I want you to save like never before. How about $5,000 off new Nissans? That's right, $5,000 off MSRP on brand new Nissans. How about our no charge 200,000 mile warranty on every new Nissan? You know that's going to be your gift from me. And what about huge trade allowances for your trade? Up and over $7,000 over book value for your trade. So come on over to Clinton Highway or shop in those New Year's socks at RustyWallaceNissan.com.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful and safe day. We saw quite a bit of rainfall throughout the day yesterday. Bases along and north of Interstate 40 picked up anywhere from a half an inch to nearly an inch of rain. A little bit less across the Southern Valley, but that's going to be insult to injury as more rain sets up shop. Several more rounds of rain are on the way. So showers and thunderstorms increase later on this afternoon. Yeah, we are talking about more rumbles of thunder. Locally heavy rainfall is expected. We get a lot of moisture surging into the area. Soggy start to our Sunday with another round of rain heading our way on Monday. So let's go ahead and get you out the door here this morning. You kind of know the big story over the next several days, but through the day today, we'll start off with temperatures mild in the 40s. A few scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but I really think that's going to increase as we get into the early to late afternoon hours. The Weather Prediction Center has us under a level 1 and 2 risk, more of a level 1 anyways, when it comes to, a level 2 risk when it comes to isolated locally heavy rain that could lead to some isolated flooding concerns. So here's your future cast throughout the day today. Again, more rain across the Northern Valley, Tennessee-Kentucky border, but we're going to see that moisture surge its way into the area as we get into the afternoon. There's 3 o'clock, taking it from 3 to 7 o'clock, and you can see that's when we're going to start to see some of those thunderstorms fire back up is later on this afternoon through the early evening hours. So again, we're going to add more rain to the forecast here today. And then we're going to pick up another quarter to maybe pockets of an inch of rain in some locations. And so that's why the flooding concerns do increase here over the next 24 hours. All right, your forecast for the afternoon, we're talking temperatures back into the 50s and low 60s. And as we get into the evening hours, we'll stay right there in the mid to upper 50s with heavy rain moving its way on in. We'll continue this future cast, talk about your 3-day forecast, including the next couple of rounds of rain that are headed our way. That's coming up in just about 5 minutes. All right, so we took you through 7 o'clock here tonight, talked about our temperatures. We're going to be back into the 60s here throughout the day today, but we're also talking about a surge of moisture. It's going to lead into the potential for some localized flooding. So the Weather Prediction Center has us under that level 1 and 2 risk, more of a level 2 risk as we continue to see the rain showers settle in overnight tonight and into our Sunday morning. So more rounds of heavy rain, and that's going to lead for some tough travel conditions as we get started on Sunday morning and even during the overnight hours. So something to keep in mind. It's going to be mild to start our Sunday morning, temperatures down into the 50s. As we look ahead through our our Sunday, we're going to stay right there in the upper 50s. We'll see heavy rain first thing in the morning, then the rain should taper off a little bit as we get into our Sunday afternoon. But then another low pressure system is heading our way as we get into our Monday. And that's going to bring us more rounds of rain across East Tennessee. And so by the time we get to the afternoon on Monday, we'll start to see improving weather conditions around the area, and the rain's going to be shut off. But again, most of our Sunday afternoon is going to be on the drier side. Here comes that next surge of moisture swinging on into the area. More showers, a few more thunderstorms can't be ruled out. Get some instability in the atmosphere. But again, it should race its way on out of here as we get through the day on Monday. So there are some improving conditions on the way, but it's going to take a while before this next couple of systems move on through. By Monday night, we'll pick up from today through Monday. We'll pick up anywhere from 1, 2 pockets of 3 more inches of rainfall across the area. And that's why that flooding concern increases for sure, at least the flooding risk increases. All right, your 3-day forecast. Increasing storms late today, moderate to heavy rain early in the morning on Sunday. Another round of rain on Monday. Temperatures stay in the 50s and the low 60s. We'll show you the big picture weather pattern. That's coming up along with some 7-day temperature trends. We're going to get a little bit colder. That's all coming up in just a few. Recapping those weather headlines, we're talking about increasing rain and heavy rain at that, along with some more thunderstorms as we get into the evening hours and even into the overnight hours. So heavy rain's expected. It's going to be a soggy start to our Sunday, but not an all-day washout on Sunday. And then another round of rain heads our way as we get through the day on Monday. So our rain chances are really going to be elevated throughout the day today, tomorrow, and Monday. Then we'll start to see a drier weather pattern set back in with some chillier temperatures. Now we got a big surge of moisture swinging its way into the area. This just lets us know available moisture, and the higher those numbers go, the more saturated the air is, and so therefore we're talking about efficient rain, efficient showers, I should say. So we're looking at some heavier rain to work its way on through. That's why we have that bullseye of a level 1, level 2 risk for some elevated flooding concerns, and that continues on in to our, today and tomorrow as well, thanks to a frontal boundary. So that's what's going to help to spark off some showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. And then a low pressure system heads our way tonight and early tomorrow morning. But then that exits. Another round of rain heads our way as we get into our Monday, as yet another low pressure system swings through. And that's going to bring us another round of some showers and some thunderstorms. And then back behind it, we'll see some chillier temperatures return, along with a chance for some mountain snow showers. So as we look at our rainfall forecast from now through Monday across much of the southeastern U.S., 1-2 pockets of 3 additional rain showers are on the way. Temperature trend, we're trending above average all the way through our Monday, and then more seasonable temperatures as we get into our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame, and those low temperatures come back down as well. As I mentioned, on Tuesday, we do have a chance for some light mountain snow showers. Not going to add up to a whole lot, though. Have a great day. After a very soggy Friday with overcast gray skies, much more of the same throughout the day today as more moisture surges into the area. That's going to keep it overcast, gray, damp, a little bit foggy and hazy, misty as well until we get to the afternoon hours. And a cold front's going to be swinging its way into the area, and that's going to help to spark off those showers and, yes, even more rumbles of thunder with some convective rain. Now, we're not talking any severe weather by any stretch, but it is going to help to put down quite a bit of rain in localized areas. And so locally heavy rainfall is expected. We're going to pick up just through the day today another, say quarter, half an inch up to an inch of rainfall. And then the heavy rain continues to surge in overnight tonight. That's going to make for a rather soggy start to our Sunday morning, but it's not going to last all day. It will push its way out of the area on Sunday. And we're going to see improving conditions as the rain moves its way on out, but still have that flood concern today and also again throughout the day tomorrow. So as we get into Sunday afternoon, we're going to see some quieter weather conditions before our next surge of moisture starts to swing its way on in. And that's going to produce, again, heavy rainfall Sunday night into early Monday. Not a total washout all day Monday as well. Looks like that moisture is going to be moving its way on out. But when you add up all this rainfall, it's going to pile up. And we're talking about 1, 2 pockets of 3, maybe even 4 more inches of rain from what we've already seen throughout the day on Friday. So we'll keep you posted on that. Just do travel safely and make sure that you stay on top of the weather situation. Your 3-day forecast, temperatures will stay above average. We're going to be in the 50s and the 60s. Don't forget, you can track the rain with us. Interactive radar is right there at your fingertips with the East Tennessee Weather app.
East Tennessee, it's Chad from Rusty Wallace Honda. It's 2024 and you're gonna save like never before. You're gonna save thousands of dollars on a huge selection of new Hondas. You'll get rates as low as 0.9%, and we've got tons of pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. Local, one-owner trades. Price won't be the problem. So get to the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Since 1982, Mike Stevens Homes has built a place for your most cherished and treasured memories. We know the events that take place within the walls of our homes are the stuff of life, and we don't take that responsibility lightly. Our design process starts with you. Every home we build is as unique as the person or the family we're building for. I'm Mike Stevens, and I'd love to talk to you about your new home in your new neighborhood. Let us create the perfect place for your memories of baby's first steps, Thanksgiving with your parents, grandparents, and cousins, and the million treasured moments you'll be thinking of 20 years from now. Mike Stevens Homes doesn't build houses. We build places where your memories happen.
Hey guys, Mark Trout at Rusty Wallace Chevrolet in Clinton. We're looking to save you more than ever before in 2024. We have rates starting as low as 0.9% and the largest inventory we've had in over 4 years. And as always, we have Rusty's exclusive 200,000-mile warranties. So find new roads to Rusty Wallace Chevrolet in Clinton or visit us online at rustywallacechevrolet.com where Chevys cost less.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.
Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful and safe day. We saw quite a bit of rainfall throughout the day yesterday. Bases along and north of Interstate 40 picked up anywhere from a half an inch to nearly an inch of rain. A little bit less across the Southern Valley, but that's going to be insult to injury as more rain sets up shop. Several more rounds of rain are on the way. So showers and thunderstorms increase later on this afternoon. Yeah, we are talking about more rumbles of thunder. Locally heavy rainfall is expected. We get a lot of moisture surging into the area. Soggy start to our Sunday with another round of rain heading our way on Monday. So let's go ahead and get you out the door here this morning. You kind of know the big story over the next several days, but through the day today, we'll start off with temperatures mild in the 40s. Few scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but I really think that's going to increase as we get into the early to late afternoon hours. The Weather Prediction Center has us under a level 1 and 2 risk, more of a level 1 anyways, when it comes to, level 2 risk when it comes to isolated locally heavy rain that could lead to some isolated flooding concerns. So here's your futurecast throughout the day today. Again, more rain across the Northern Valley, Tennessee-Kentucky border, but we're going to see that moisture surge its way into the area as we get into the afternoon. There's 3 o'clock, taking it from 3 to 7 o'clock, and you can see that's when we're going to start to see some of those thunderstorms fire back up is later on this afternoon through the early evening hours. So again, we're going to add more rain to the forecast here today. And then we're going to pick up another quarter to maybe pockets of an inch of rain in some locations. And so that's why the flooding concerns do increase here over the next 24 hours. All right, your forecast for the afternoon, we're talking temperatures back into the 50s and low 60s. And as we get into the evening hours, we'll stay right there in the mid to upper 50s with heavy rain moving its way on in. We'll continue this futurecast, talk about your 3-day forecast, including the next couple of rounds of rain that are headed our way. That's coming up in just about 5 minutes. All right, so we took you through 7 o'clock here tonight, talked about our temperatures. We're going to be back into the 60s here throughout the day today, but we're also talking about a surge of moisture. It's going to lead into the potential for some localized flooding. So the Weather Prediction Center has us under that level 1 and 2 risk, more of a level 2 risk as we continue to see the rain showers settle in overnight tonight and into our Sunday morning. So more rounds of heavy rain, and that's going to lead for some tough travel conditions as we get started on Sunday morning and even during the overnight hours. So something to keep in mind. It's going to be mild to start our Sunday morning, temperatures down into the 50s. As we look ahead through our our Sunday, we're going to stay right there in the upper 50s. We'll see heavy rain first thing in the morning, then the rain should taper off a little bit as we get into our Sunday afternoon. But then another low pressure system is heading our way as we get into our Monday. And that's going to bring us more rounds of rain across East Tennessee. And so by the time we get through the afternoon on Monday, we'll start to see improving weather conditions around the area, and the rain's going to be shut off. But again, most of our Sunday afternoon is going to be on the drier side. Here comes that next surge of moisture swinging on into the area. More showers, a few more thunderstorms can't be ruled out. Get some instability in the atmosphere. But again, it should race its way on out of here as we get through the day on Monday. So there are some improving conditions on the way, but it's going to take a while before this next couple of systems move on through. By Monday night, we'll pick up from today through Monday. We'll pick up anywhere from 1, 2 pockets of 3 more inches of rainfall across the area. And that's why that flooding concern increases for sure, at least the flooding risk increases. All right, your 3-day forecast. Increasing storms late today, moderate to heavy rain early in the morning on Sunday. Another round of rain on Monday. Temperatures stay in the 50s and the low 60s. We'll show you the big picture weather pattern. That's coming up along with some 7-day temperature trends. We're going to get a little bit colder.